This is Pukeology Podcast, where science meets your hilarious puke stories and the tips and tricks to stop that chuckle that you need.
You never know what's going to spew out of her mouth. Here's
my mama,
Dr. Puke.
As a naturopathic physician, one of my favorite questions is acupuncture safe during pregnancy? Yes and no. So let me explain. In today's Pregnancy Pukeology Podcast, episode 59, the risks and benefits of acupuncture while you're pregnant. Do you want no more morning sickness, pregnancy nausea, or how about no more headaches or migraines? Visit our sponsor, nomonausea.com, the only natural way to instantly stop your worst nausea, vomiting, or headaches now, and get 25% off. So write it down with the code PUKE25, PUKE 25, or just place No More Nausea Ban on your baby registry for your delivery room bag at Bye Bye Baby, or get it shipped for free in just 2 days on Amazon as a Prime vendor. And know your little ones are always taken care of with the first No More Nausea Kids and No More Sleepless Nights Kids, which works with moms with small wrists too. To get a good night's sleep, all you gotta do is visit your local CVS store. Do you want to hear some pregnancy humor? Then may just want to make you want to pee your pants. Like you don't have to pee all the time anyway, with hilarious stories like blew my Cheerios, T&P, and Bush please. If you want to learn more about your pregnancy, humor and knowledge is key to help you survive these 9 months. And just know we're in this together. Today, you will learn the science behind what is acupuncture, how does it work, plus how do pregnant women get relief from things like morning sickness, low back pain, depression, headaches, sleep disturbances, and all due to acupuncture. And they can even flip a breeched baby during this pregnancy edition of acupuncture. Well, but if you're like some of the moms who hate going under the needle, you're going to love this alternative. It's called acupressure. All this and more, just stay tuned.
The science of puke, Pukeology.
The risks and benefits of acupuncture during pregnancy. So when you ask a majority of people, or women in general, if they would mind getting stuck voluntarily with needles, most people would say no. But with pregnant women, it is a little bit different. You're dealing with the health of the pregnant mom and baby, and let's be real. Acupuncture and acupressure are Eastern medicine traditions that have been utilized for thousands of years versus medications, which we don't even know the side effects until after they come up as a big FDA warning. The ability to relieve pregnancy woes makes pregnant women opt for acupuncture, which is a natural way to alleviate and mitigate different side effects. While there is a lack of rigorous studies that support the benefit of acupuncture, preliminary studies have shown that acupuncture can help relieve some symptoms of pregnant women that they go through. But wait, there's more. So we're going to kind of dive into what is acupuncture. Acupuncture is one of the alternatives in complementary medical and medicine techniques used for physical and emotional problems. Pregnancy makes your body experience physiological, psychological, and metabolic changes. You, therefore, are both physically and emotionally much more prone to having pregnancy-induced issues. But acupuncture, you can actually banish most of them, especially during your pregnancy alone. The use of acupuncture, as well as other alternative medical techniques, have increased in the past few years. It is estimated that 4% to 13% of pregnant women in Europe use acupuncture, according to a 2013 review by Acupuncture Medical. So how does acupuncture work? Well, a thin, sterile needle are stuck at certain points in your body that are called acupoints. When acupoints are activated, they stimulate the release of brain cell chemicals and endorphins, similar to when stimulating deep-seated nerves. This makes your body naturally self-heal by blocking pain signals, hence easing other discomforts. And what we haven't talked about is those acupoints are actually different assigned points, which we call vascular meridians. Basically, where your body is flowing blood one way and out the other, and it helps to circulate those endorphins or happy hormones so that you stop having the discomfort that you once did. Now, the risk of acupuncture during pregnancy and different side effects of acupuncture are and can include soreness and redness at the acupoint site, preterm labor when certain acupoints are stimulated before full term, and we're calling full term 36 weeks or older, can cause harm to your pregnancy if done by an uncertified healthcare provider when safety protocols are not followed. So that's something you can't just take any needles and start poking your body to see if you can elicit a response, nor can you go onto YouTube and find out how to do it. So is acupuncture safe during pregnancy? Yes, but it has to be used with caution to avoid the risks that we talked about, such as preterm delivery. But when used correctly, it can help relieve those pregnancy issues and woes that most pregnant women face without having to go to medical alternatives. It can also help you to avoid unnecessary medications while pregnant and different potential birthing. All right, guys, that was a lot. So let's get on to some hilarious puke stories.
Throwing up on a Tuesday? One puke story.
I was pregnant again, but not big enough for others to know. I had a screaming toddler wanting a Cheerio toy that he saw while walking down the cereal aisle. I bent over to go grab the bargain bin cereal bag, and then I threw up all over the bags. Yes, that's right. I threw up all over the cereals while my son was having a massive tantrum and running away from me. I kept puking as I'm chasing him down the different aisles of the supermarket. Let's just say I gave up going to the supermarket completely with baby number 2 after this incident, and I love shopping online. Thanks, Mari, for that hilarious puke story. I have to say I won't look at cereal the exact same way going down that aisle ever again. My hubby used to show me his love, but making me morning sickness tea every morning when I was pregnant with the first was kind of his love language. And so I asked him to take the baby so that I could have about 30 minutes to drink my tea in quiet. Well, one morning I spilled the water and the smell of burnt water made me start throwing up into my tea. The dry heave made me start peeing, and when my husband rounded the corner, he saw me in a pile of pee and puke. He now stays out of the kitchen during my morning routines. Deirdre, thank you so much for making us laugh, and I can just imagine the look on your hubby's face. First pregnancy, I ate as healthy as humanly possible. And with the second one, I was like, gee, I could really go for some sushi and cold cut sandwiches right now. After having both pregnancy forbidden foods in my mouth, my body repelled them just as fast as I could put them in my mouth. There was nowhere to go, so I threw up in a fake oriental plant next to me at the local Chinese restaurant. As a quiet restaurant, everyone started staring at me once I sat back up. What was worse is I kept eating and cleaned up nothing. Do you have a hilarious puke story for me and you just can't wait to share it? Send it to me at Pukeology, Pukeology at nomonausea.com. That's nomonausea.com. Or tweet me at Pukeology so we can all have a good laugh.
Tips and tricks to stop the up chuckle that you need.
So how can acupuncture really help my pregnancy symptoms? Okay, the following are health issues that acupuncture can actually help to alleviate during pregnancy. Number 1, early pregnancy symptoms such as nausea and vomiting, aka morning sickness, but I really think that term was invented by a man because ladies, if you've had morning sickness, you know it doesn't just happen in the morning, it's all day sickness. So acupuncture has been shown to alleviate nausea and vomiting. The relief from early pregnancy symptoms is achieved by stimulating the pericardium 6, P6 on the wrist. And if you're curious at where P6 is, just go to nomonausea.com. You can actually see the diagram of the acupressure points that I talk about. The data from a study conducted by Abelium University in Australia showed that women who used traditional acupuncture experienced less nausea and retching than those who didn't. Now, ladies in the third trimester, anyone with low back pain? Acupuncture is effective in alleviating both lower back pain and pelvic pain in women experiencing during their second and third trimester without adverse effects, according to research done by the Institute of Health and Women of Children in Sweden. Research published in the American Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology in 2015 did a Cochrane review, and basically what they found was that treating low back pain in pregnancy reports that acupuncture could relieve the pelvic and lower back pain regular and better than usual care. Now, the acupoint that we're talking about here is L3R. I'm going to say it again, LR3. There goes my dyslexia. The LR3 acupoint is located on the foot that is frequently used. So most people think that when you apply back pain acupuncture that you're actually doing it on the back, and that's not necessarily true. So it's actually on the foot. And a tender point is found in the girdle and in the low back area can be used as well. So the most commonly one or utilized one is an pressure point, on the foot. And it's kind of like on the lower base point of the foot. Again, take a look at the website and you'll be able to see where. Depression. Pregnancy can make an experience of depression before and after giving birth. We use a targeted type of acupuncture that can actually help. And according to the 2010 study published by the Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology, clinical depression or clinically depressed pregnant women who are not taking antidepressants were found to have less symptoms of depression after acupuncture, specifically depression or massage. In about 6 to 10 women who relieved acupuncture specific for depression responded to that treatment. So it's about 60% effective. That's fantastic. Headaches. Now, acupuncture can help to relieve pregnancy-induced headaches and different types of tension headaches. Pregnant women who use acupuncture are less likely to use medication to alleviate the headaches with the exact same results. So yes, there are headache acupoints on the body. Sleep disturbances. Pregnancy can make you turn into a nice night's sleep for your bed. But if you're a person with inadequate sleep habits or poor sleep while you're pregnant, they'll leave you feeling very fatigued during the day and affect your quality of life. So research actually shows that in the acupuncture and medicine that acupuncture can help to treat insomnia, which is a lack of sleep and helps you to sleep better. I personally love No More Sleepless Nights because instead of acupuncture, it utilizes acupressure at the HT7 point, which is located right below your actual pinky finger, the first wrist crease on that side. And not only that, but it can actually help to put you off to sleep faster utilizing lavender-induced. Now, moxibustion. Moxibustion. Okay, this is a form of acupuncture that can actually change the shape of position of the baby back to normal when you have a breeched baby. So some OBGYNs, whenever you go to take a look at your actual sonogram, they will say, ooh, the baby's breeched, which means the baby's feet are first. Now you want the head to be first because the baby's head needs to come out first. A breech baby doesn't mean 100% that you will have a C-section, but it is a high probability that you will just because of the potential problems that could be arising. Now, by stimulating the BL67 or the urinary bladder point 67, encourages your baby to turn to its cephalic position, which is head down. Other health benefits of acupuncture include reduced fatigue. It reduces heartburn, helps with inducing labor, reduces pain during labor, and reduces breast pain. Now, because your circulating hormones happen in the acupuncture points, it actually helps to circulate 12 to 24 hours even after. So you're going to get the same effects with exactly the same too. If you end up utilizing a no-mo-nausea band, same exact effects that'll keep taking effect and no more migraine, but for days later. So acupressure during pregnancy. Acupressure is an alternative to acupuncture. It's in the name, guys. Acu using acupoints and pressure meaning pressure. So remember how we talked about stimulating the actual nerve that lies underneath? And you can do that one of three ways. You can either do that by applying pain stimuli, which is needle, acupuncture. You can do that with electrical stimulation, zapping, bzz, or you can do it by acupressure, applying a certain amount of pressure to the acupressure point. Now, the great thing about the no-mo bands is that you don't have to guess. You literally put it on and boom, it's done all of the science for you. So acupressure is applied through a firm massage or a pressure held instead of using needles. The sites used in acupuncture are the same as those used in acupressure. In acupressure, parts of the body, such as the fingers, the hands, and the feet, are used to rub, to drum, or vibrate against the skin over these sites. That is what we consider acupressure. Just like the use of acupuncture, acupressure can help relieve low back pain, nausea, vomiting, headaches, depression, and induce labor. One of the most popular acupressure techniques is known as shiatsu. It involves applying firm pressure to each of the points for 3 to 5 seconds. For best results, they actually recommend that you hold the actual acupressure points for 5 to 15 minutes. But let's face it, who has time for that? That's the reason why no-mo bands came out with no-mo nausea, no-mo migraine, and no-mo sleepless nights to combine essential oils that you can use that are infused inside of these acupressure wristbands. So again, if you're looking for an easy solution, or if you're a pregnant mama that just kind of wants relief for all of the following, take a look at our sponsor, nomonausea.com. Now, you know the science behind what is acupuncture. How does it work? Whether or not it can actually help pregnant women to alleviate all their pregnancy problems, and you even know, what can I use as an alternative? Acupressure, that is. If you love Pregnancy Pukeology Podcast, let me know. Let this doctor know with a 5-star hearts or ratings or likes. Don't forget to download this episode, but more importantly, share it with all your prego friends. Thanks again for listening to Pregnancy Pukeology Podcast, episode 59. Is acupuncture safe during pregnancy? See you next time, pregnant ladies.
Pukeology Podcast, edutainment at its finest.